Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online Qa'Rajh. This is the last episode of Qa'Rajh. Well, at least for the foreseeable future. I don't expect to find a group to do the delves or the story part of the group side of Qa'Rajh with anytime soon. I'm not saying it won't happen, but it's unlikely to happen. At least it's unlikely to happen anytime soon, that is. So, seeing as this is the last of Qa'Rajh, this will only be 25th, but that is a nice cut away from how Vvardenfell overstayed its welcome. Albeit, I mean, it is sort of with a different kind of reasoning behind it, but well, so what we're gonna do for this episode. First, we're gonna go into Rkhardahrk, snatch up the Sky Shard, head on out, bada bim, bada boom, job's done. Then, I'm going to give my thoughts on the story of Qa'Rajh, the setup, and the area as a whole. After that, before we finish the episode, we're going to decide where we're gonna go next. So, first up on the menu, Rkhardahrk. There have been reports of Rkhardahrk infesting the dwarven ruins of Rkhardahrk. Impossible. How could a colony of Rkhardahrk survive so far from the sea? Because there is a lake! We're literally standing with our feet submerged in water. And Rkhardahrk... I don't know if Rkhardahrks are necessarily saltwater based. Maybe they are, but I don't know enough about them. I just know that they are repulsive, really. Okay, first let's zoom out. What does this say about the Sky Shard? Where sunlight penetrates dwarven delves. So it's partly submerged. That's why they're here. Alright. Okay, well, the last dwarven delve did not go particularly well. But... and my inventory is looking like shit. But what else? What, I mean, there's nothing new there. That has always been the case. Yep. Crafting materials. Taken without issue. Alright, so we have Flappy with us. Question number 1. Is our experience booster on? It is. Question number 2. Is our stat booster on? It is. Question number 4. Why? Ugh, this looks... They are covering a big old area, aren't they? That's gonna be hard to sneak by. And it's gonna be even harder to fight through. Biscuits. I would really love some kind of ability to distract people to make them go to another place. Like, that would be really, really useful for a thief. One thing is hiding and spotting out patrol patterns. Yes. But another thing, a much more usable thing, is being able to cause a distraction. Ugh. Can you turn around? Because I might be able to get through that gap. I don't think going around there, that's way too long. Plus there's like 2, 3, 4 more. You don't move, do you? No. No, 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 you don't look like it. Well, I mean, it did kind of work in Chisel Street Mine, where we were just sort of like activating the combat, then running away, and then waiting until we were sufficiently enough away to be able to not... Oh, I was about to say, if I could manage to get through that, that would be amazing! Now I think those are eggs. Scavengers. Okay. Ow! Could you stop? Could you not? Could you not? Could you not? Ooh, that's a lot of people! Ah! No! I really should be sprinting. Okay. Okay. I think this is fine. Woo! Okay. Better have this one ready. Eeh. Well, the good news is that I went the right way for getting the sky shard. So, ooh. Oh, there's an opportunity. It's a risky one, but it's... Oh, no! My stat booster went off! This is the wrong time to do that, friend! No! Ooh. Ha! Can you cross through valves of steam? Yes, you apparently can. This is not a great time. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 That's can I somehow manage to get to a point where I'm okay? First off, whoo, that was close. Hey, stop doing that! Ah! What is it? Ooh, that's... Ooh. Alright. Let's see if we can make it to the other side of this without dying. Eek! Could you stop? Could you not? Could you not? Could you not? Could you... Could you not? Flappy? Okay. Come on, I need a little healing. Okay, they're not chasing now, so... Are we gonna have to do this? You really want to do this? Shaman, of course it's a shaman. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take the sky shard in the meantime then. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Oh, did you just interrupt me? Ah! Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Whoo! Okay, well, there we go. Last sky shard of Qa'Rajh obtained, so we should be getting an in-game achievement. There we go, lower Qa'Rajh sky shards. Ew. I didn't know it split it up. Qa'Rajh sky shard hunter, that was the one I expected. Good. Do we get anything else? Or is it just... Oh boy. Okay, well, we got a skill point, so we know what to do with that. Get extra critical. It's not gonna help us with this situation. What else did we get? Notifications. Probably available. Do you want... What? Why? It's not... Okay. There is a gap. It's narrow, but... Oh, I might just be... Oh! You piece of garbage! Oh! Oh my... I did it! Ha! I am the master of stealth! And you cannot convince me otherwise. Oh boy! Woohoo! Okay, the next one I likely can't, but... That was awesome! Whew. That was close. That was close on multiple occasions. Can I maybe no. Okay. I didn't think so. I did not think so, but you're gonna wanna fight. You sure? Nah, you don't. Nah, you don't. You're gonna wanna do one attack, and then you're gonna head home. Are you gonna be Flappy? Thank you. All right. That was the last sky shard of Qa'Rajh, and thus we'll just get to a point where we're not being assaulted by goblins and ogres and whatnot inside of this this mess, let's say. And then we'll sort of take a little, not exactly a tour around what we've seen, but rather a refresher, so said. A look back on Qa'Rajh. What did it do well? What did it not do so well? There's a crafting station up here. That is definitely a safe space. I'll just talk while I clear out my inventory, because why not? As soon as I find the entrance. So, obviously I chose Qa'Rajh by random, and I had not, before going in, any prior knowledge to how Qa'Rajh was going to shape up. I did not know what I was going into. That's part of the fun of this playthrough. Ooh. Why is there a boss monster in here? This is a crafting place. This should be safe. Alright, well, it's probably not nothing. So, I think the idea... I might be going into that. Oh, that's where we came from. Okay. I think that the idea behind it was interesting. And I certainly don't think it was bad. I think that the sort of the group focused delving and questing was something that a lot of players have been like, yeah, you can go into groups in other areas and in trials, but there haven't really been like focused parts where you need to be a group. And I think that this was the Cinemax's sort of answer to that, like, okay, you want difficult based for groups? Sure, we can do that. And Qa'Rajh was basically the result of that. Do I think it worked well? There are definitely parts of it that I think is good. There are also definitely things to it that I think are less good. The fact that you can, like, there isn't a big sign that says, like, a quest starter that says, you... Could you keep it down? I'm trying to record a video. Old man shakes fist at cloud. I think that it really lacked, from the very start, sort of a marker that was like, hey, you look like you're not part of a group. You really want to be a group for taking part of this story. So I felt that that was lacking. It wasn't like, sure, I basically went and I was like, okay, I'm not doing this because obviously it's too hard. And I have no issue in admitting that it was hard. That's just how it is. I do not see any sort of... I do not see myself as sort of like a hardcore gamer, so I don't feel the need to make an issue out of it. Well, this is just... It's a little worse in physical resistance and spell resistance, but it's actually better than my current SAS, despite being a level lower in rarity. But I could up the rarity, so boop. Equip, yeah. I think, from what I can tell, it looked pretty nice. Like, it looked to be like a very decent story. I would love to experience that story. But, I mean, obviously, I can't do that alone. And that's making me a little sad. Like, I would love that if you could sort of look over the shoulder of someone else playing and be like, here's what they are doing. and just sort of like follow their story, like without gaining experience or without gaining all or any kind of items as such, but just experiencing the story as is. Because otherwise, as a single player, now I get that this is a MMORPG, and with the MMO standing for massive multiplayer online. The online is less important for this, but massive multiplayer. So basically, like, you're expecting that a lot of players, and with this, you're sort of nudging people towards, hey, make a group, then you can enjoy this area better, because you actually can't enjoy it as a singular person. So sort of like, I don't mind such areas existing. Like, I don't mind Cyrodiil existing. That's a PvP area. I'm never going there. I have no interest in PvP. I do have an interest in storytelling, and I am saddened that I am missing out on the story that very clearly is there, but only available to those in a group. So that's a little sort of like a little salt in the broth, where I did not need it, basically. But I think overall, I would have loved to do more with both Dragonstar. Like, we was like in Dragonstar for 1.5 episodes. Was like, okay, it exists. Bye. We did nothing with Elinir because that's only group stuff. So yeah, I would say I'm a little saddened by that, but we got all the sky shots, and I'm sure there's plenty of interesting story to be told. But yeah, I mean, obviously I can't. I would love to show it. I would love to record it, but obviously recording it, not just like, one thing is running through it with the group. That's not inherently a problem, because you just sit down and you play for as long as people are available, or for however long it makes sense. When you are recording with a group, oh, that's why they were so noisy. Wow, that's fast. I'm not gonna bother. But when you are recording, you need to sync it up, and so you're always sort of holding people up. If they are aware of that from the get-go, like if you are in a voice call with them, that would be fine. Then you would have sort of the knowledge of that happening. It would be a bit of a technical nightmare, because I would have to somehow plug in some kind of system if we were not to do it through this game. You can do that, but that would be more of a bother. Like, so the technical aspects of it are also a sort of an extra step in the way. Plus, the group might want to move forward, but in my case, I would need time for the movie for the movie file and for the audio file to render and to save. I wouldn't likely edit while being with a group, but rendering and like uploading is what especially takes away from the CPU. But rendering also takes something, and like, I'm not running this through my CPU, so that's at least something. But I am using my CPU to record, and if the CPU is also busy rendering, that basically means that I'm not certain how the quality of the next recording will be. Like, the first recording, no issue. That will be fine. But the second, and especially if I make more episodes in one go, which, like, in this case, I have recorded all the last 4 sky shots one by one in the same setting, in the span of like 1.5 hours, basically. If I were to do that with a group, they would basically have to wait for wait for my rendering to be done, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to ensure that I could record properly, and that would kind of miss the whole point of recording it. So, yeah, I'm not against it, but it would require a lot of prep work, which is just another roadblock for doing it. So, I think Cracklawn, for the sake of serving as a group area, like if it had been an entirely group area, that would have been fine. But as long as you're like telling people, whoa, you're not in a group, maybe you should find a group before entering here. I think this sort of half and half, like obviously I love getting more lore, I love getting more story, and I love exploring new areas where I have not been to, or places I've been to in other games. I don't think this was the right way to do it, though. I would have much preferred that if they were to do Cracklawn, so Cracklawn would be one whole area, but maybe like use the rock and cut it in half, or be like the central part near the spell shard and everything in here is basically, that's going to be group stuff, and it's going to be very clear, like entering group area. I like that it did that, because it really told you, hey, you likely can't do this alone. So find some friends, play along with them, you'll have a good time. I think that would have been, so basically including that, but for a much bigger area. Either like cut the area in half and be like, all the single player stuff, this area. All the multiplayer stuff, this area. I think that would have worked better. Either that or make the entire zone be like, you need a group to enter. But that's fine, because then you know. And then you're not like, okay, I might be missing out on stuff, but it's not currently possible for me to record from it or to go through it. Like, so, yeah, there is that. But I would say that what I got, the structure of particularly the last third, I would say maybe the last fifth of the quote-unquote of the storyline, was not particularly well structured. It was very much going to a place, clearing it out. Okay, hey, they're waiting for you near the sky shard, the observatory, which is like, okay, this is the starting quest, this is the main area. And that worked fine, but then it was like, hey, now you have to go back to basically the area where you just were to do some new stuff. And that wasn't fun. Like, that's the stuff I had been ranting against for... Could you stop? Ranting against for several episodes in several zones now. So, yeah, if we could avoid that, that would be most pleasant. Good. So, that is Cracklawn done. Okay, let's go to our journal and quests. This one, abandoned. Yeah, not gonna do it. Okay, what have we got? This one is sort of redoable, so I'm not sure about that. Let's see, we have 19 quests available. Now, if that doesn't scream 80-20, I don't know what does. So we got some prologues, quite a lot of prologues actually, which is fine. We've done a couple of prologues already. But seeing as this is the case, let me find my dice tray and dice tower and my phone. But I only have two hands. That's dice, a white D20 with rainbow colored numbers on it. So like the one has a different color to the number 2 and such. Like, there are reoccurring colors, obviously, but yeah, it's very legible. It just looks pretty. Okay, camera. Here we go. Oh, I actually have it on my... we want video. And... Oh. There we go. Focus. Yes, you can see that it is very easy to read this die as soon as it grows into focus again. Right, so we got a list of... Oh, let's go back to that list. Nope, that's not the list. There we go, journal and quests. So, 20 is a reroll. Other than that, it's just from the top and going down. So here goes the die, and if I could hit... This is surprisingly... Boop. What is that? That is 17. Okay, that's one of the prologues. So that is from the bottom, 2 from the bottom and up. The Dragon Guard's Legacy. Ooh, that's interesting. That is Anequina, the southern part of Elsewhere, where we've done the northern part. That's going to be interesting. So let's make that one active. And I'll see you in the next episode. But until then, take care.